Today we are going to see about the manufacturing customizations done for one of our client, and in this database we can see there are so many modules installed already, and the major module flow starts from the sales module. In sales you are welcomed by the customer screen. In this customer screen you can add all your customer details. You can add their name, their address, and if any contact person is associated with this company, you can add their name and their number also. You can add the customer's trade license number with their expiry date. In this we have done a particular customization that if a particular customer's expiry date is nearer to 30 days, our system will automatically show you a warning regarding the trade license expiry when you are applying for a new sale order. And you may give so many credit sales for this customer. So based on your accountability, you can set credit limit also for this particular customers. Once the customer master is all ready and set, you can move to the quotation page. Here in the list view, you can view all the quotation details like the quotation number, date, expected date, and the customer name as well. Also, you can view the total order number also here. From here, you can create a new quotation. You can select the added customer name, and you can mention any expiry for this quotation, and also you can add particular price list for this quotation. Maybe you need to generate a quotation in different currency. At that time you can select a different currency from this price list. Sometimes you may be creating a quotation or a sale order which may have free of cost products, like a sample product given to a client in free of cost. If that's the case, you can select this boolean, and automatically every product you are adding below will have a unit price of 0 in your order line. If that is not the case, you can uncheck the boolean field. And in delivery term, you can mention whether this particular product delivery will be carried out from our factory or other warehouse location. Below that we have the provision for purchase order number, purchase date. These two fields are located here to add the customer's purchase order received. And in the product line, you can add the product details, the unit of measure, on which date the customer required to receive the product, and what is the unit price you have dealt with them, and if there is any taxes allocated with that, it will add the tax. In default, VAT 5% will be added since this particular database company has UAE as its country location. And also, if you are willing to give a discount for this particular customer, you can give the discount. In here, we have another one provision, that is, you have the facility to see the customer's outstanding credit info. So if the customer has any outstanding due, the system will show it properly, and if any credit limit has been set, it will also show you the credit limit. As you can see, this particular client has the trade license expired, and it is already expired before 26 days. Once the quotation has been generated, you can send it for the approval. This approval will go to the accounts department. From the accounts department's confirmation, it will turn into sale order. You can view all your sale orders in the sale order menu, that is, the quotation that has been converted to sale order. From here, you can see that once the sales order is confirmed, automatically the system will generate a delivery order, and from the delivery order, you can send your deliveries. you can view the delivery done to the customer here. What is the product and how much it has been delivered. And also, when you are validating a delivery order, you can mention the driver's name and their vehicle number for your future reference. Once the delivery has been done, you can create an invoice for this delivery done to the customer. And you can view the invoice from the sales order itself. You can see the line items and the quantity, the unit price, tax added, and what is the subtotal of the line. To view the whole total, you can view it in the below order end. When an invoice is generated, it will be in draft stage as a default. You can post this invoice and you can register the payment that has been received from the customer. Receiving the payment can be done in another way also. You can add an advance payment in the name of the customer, which will be added in his debit account of that customer name. Later, you can reconcile any invoice from the payment received so that the invoice amount will be reduced from the payment. To manufacture a product, you have to go to the manufacturing module. In manufacturing module, you will be welcomed with the dashboard. It is a simple dashboard, but it has many functionalities. You have the basic and important overview about the incomplete job items, pending material receivables, that is from the warehouse to the floor, pending product release, that is from the floor to the warehouse, and the incomplete deliveries. On clicking a panel, you will be redirected to the page where you can view the list items. You can see the job order number, order date, what is the product and what is the ordered quantity in the job order, how many you have produced so far, and what is the balance to be produced. And also in the aging column, you can see how many days it's been incomplete. And in the manufacturing module, from the manufacturing, you can go to the manufacturing orders menu, and in the manufacturing orders menu, you can create a new manufacturing order that need to be produced. You can select the product, and once you have selected a product, you can mention the quantity to produce, and you can select the bill of material. Automatically the bill of material will be added if you have master already configured for a product. So let me select a product which has bill of material already configured in the master. As you can see, once the product is selected, the bill of material also will be added to here, and you can view the components that has been added to the bill of material master and what is the to consume quantity for a single quantity. You can change the planned quantity here, and based on the quantity changes, your to consume also will be calculated. Once everything seems fine, you can save this record and you can mark it as to do. Once everything is confirmed, you can plan the manufacturing order. Once the manufacturing order has been planned, automatically you will get a work order recorder. And in the work order, you can go and add the job entry. Job entry is basically from a manufacturing order planned, you are mentioning what is the quantity produced so far. In order to do that, you have to click add job entry. On clicking the job entry icon, you will be redirected to a wizard that will have other details like the shift. You can select the shift details, you can mention the mold setup hours, mold running hours, and if any breakdown happen, you can also mention the breakdown and cleaning hours also. Below that, you can mention the batch output quantity, that is, I have planned a certain quantity to be produced, but in this particular shift I may be produced somewhat a partial amount. I can mention the quantity here, and based on this, automatically this particular field has a background conversion. If the master of the product has other unit of measures like box or anything, it will convert this piece amount to that box quantity, and it will update my on hand quantity stock. Also I can mention the employee that is responsible in this particular shift. Also I can mention the man hours he has worked in that particular shift. Once the job entry details has been updated, you can save the job entry record, and your production manager has the facility to approve that record. So once the job entry has been validated, automatically the stock that has been entered in the batch output will be added in your inventory on hand quantity of the product. Each and every production has a efficiency record affecting the efficiency of the work center. To view the efficiency, you can go to into the reporting, and you can click MRP efficiency report. MRP efficiency report will showcase what is the machine, what is the date of that particular work done, and in which location of the shop floor this particular machine or the work order has been done, and what is the product that has been produced, what is the mold that has been used to produce this product, and what is the job number, and what is the planned consumable that needs to be consumed for the raw materials in order to produce the batch output quantity, and what is the actual quantity of the consumables recorded. So these type of calculations has been already predefined based on each and every project. So in your company, if you have certain calculations, we can add that, and based on that we can get the efficiency of your work center machines. You can get the percentage of each and every machine, how they are performing. And also there is a major thing that every manufacturing industry needed, that they need to know what is the material consumed for each and every production. So we can see that also. You can mention the warehouse location. You can add the item category. These are all the filters that is used to get the consumption report. I can mention from which day to which day I need the report, and I can click whether I need a report or a preview. So based on the filters given, if there is any data, it will show me the category of the product, the code, and the material name, unit of measure, and how much it has been consumed. So I can get a detailed report of how much quantity has been consumed in order to produce the products. And another one module that is required is the material request. So basically from the floor location, I need to request some materials to the store, and sometimes the materials I am requesting may not be available in the store. So store has to request the purchase department as a purchase request in order to purchase the material. Sometimes it may not be the material that is required to produce a product. It may be a consumable item that is used in our company. So other departments can use those consumables. But we need to record that also, like other departments has requested some certain consumables. That is called the pick list. In our material request, you have the option to create and record any type of request. In the request type, you can mention whether it is a purchase request, material request, or a pick list. If it is a purchase request, it just asks for the priority of this request and what is the product and what is the requested amount you need. And when you are submitting it for approval, it will go to the purchase department. If it is a material request, you can see there is two fields added below. One is the source location and another one is the destination location. So source location, it will have warehouse stock, and the destination location, it may be any shop floor location. So from this you can request a stock and you can receive the stock. And in pick list, you have the same functionality as per the material request. You can mention the department location and you can receive the products in your department. From there, let's say I have a request, purchase request received in the purchase department. I need to add the purchase order. So I can go to my purchase module. Purchase module will also be same as the sales module. You have the vendor master. In your vendor master you can mention or add any type of vendors you are dealing with, and from the vendor master you can create a quotation. In the quotation you can add the supplier, you can add the product, the record date, payment terms, etc. And you can receive and take the inbound as per the purchase order. You have order. It is as easy as that. Other than this, we have the inventory module. Inventory module will be greater in terms of managing your stock. We have delivery inbound organized. We have stock transfers, internal stock transfers organized. We have delivery orders also organized. And also we have the batch output organized here. You can go to the master's products to view all the products that you are dealing or producing in your company, and also all the products like raw materials you are purchasing from other companies. You can know their on-hand stock and other details of the products. So that's all about the manufacturing. So that's all about the manufacturing demo here. To know more or to have hands-on in this database, please contact otbro.com. Thank you. Have a great day.